Okay, happy Good Friday, everybody. How's all the shooters, loaders, and casters doing out there? So glad y'all here. We got CW with us. We got Kyle, Chico, and Russ are all here. We got a couple of more invitations out. We'll see who's available tonight. Happy Good Friday to all of y'all. Hope y'all got lots of good plans for the Easter holiday coming up, and I hope you remember what it's all about. And we might talk about that a little bit tonight, but y'all know we pretty much talk about what you guys want to talk about. So um, we'll get started with Chico. How you doing, bud?
I'm good, brother. How's everyone doing? And thanks everyone for joining us. It's like it's 18 of y'all out there right now. So thanks for joining another Friday night Georgia Shooting Connection. Let's see. I'm gonna say who the first one was Russ in the side chat. So he beat y'all to it. And thoughts of old soldiers next. So but yeah, we're gonna get into some topics. If y'all remember in the side chat, if y'all have some questions, sometimes put an emoji or something that stands out so we can point them out, because sometimes the side chat gets moving pretty quick and they don't always stand out like they should. So thanks for being here, everyone. Russ, what you been up to, man? How's your Friday going?
Oh man, it's been a rough 2 weeks, but I made it through another one, and I'm glad to be here. Glad to be back. I hate I missed last week, but I wasn't good to nobody last Friday night. But don't have much going on. Going to do the family thing this weekend, being Easter, and just take it easy or try to take it easy and visit with mama and play with the little one and just enjoy this sunshine this weekend. They say it's supposed to be real pretty down here in my part of the state this weekend. Who's next? Kyle.
All right, I'll take the reins for a minute. It's been a wild week. We were under some crazy pressure for the end of the month for March. Ended up getting all the work done and doing very well for ourselves. And today was pretty much dead, so I left work right at lunchtime thinking I could get some errands done, and then I figured out that everywhere I needed to go was closed because it was Good Friday. So I came home and made me some taco meat for a taco salad, started watching a movie, and took a nap with the dog. So I'm pretty much refreshed right now. Yep, crazy week, lots of stuff happening, but I'm glad it's the weekend. I'm glad all y'all can be here with us. What you got, CW?
Oh, I got a boring time. Nothing much going on at all. Good to see all the side chat people. Hello, everyone. I see a lot of hellos thrown out there, and instead of responding to everybody individually, I just give a broad one to everybody. Hello. Yeah, not much going on. Did a little reloading this week. Did a little casting on Wednesday. Threw up a video. Not much other than that. Still got some sizing to do. Seating some gas checks.
Yeah, I saw that video. That was nice.
Thank you.
I saw Ocean 374's video too. I like that stock and I like those dyes. And I saw your comment. Apparently, what is it? CNH?
Yeah.
Machine and die. Maybe that's something we all need to check into.
They've been around quite a while. They're not new. I think they're in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken.
So, hey, G23, what's up, my brother?
Yeah, I'm going to take the CW cop out and just say, hey, everybody.
Yeah, I know, man. It gets busy around here sometimes. See, we started with 18. We're already up to 29.
Yeah, I saw lots of hellos to a lot of people there. So,
yep. Hey, Fuzz T Fork 8. I'm going to try to do a video for him. He wants to see me do smelting. And I'm like, why? There's so many good videos on smelting out there.
I think he just wants to see if you can bend over and do it.
Well, I'm having trouble. I almost fell at work today. I was checking in stock and got a little I picked up a box that had 75 Chromebook displays in there. They, one or two of them ain't too heavy, but when you cram a box with 75 of them in there, it adds up.
Especially when they don't put the sticker on there with the guy bent over with the lightning bolt coming out of his back.
Right. Yeah.
And hey, Willie, I got something to show you. Where we at? The lubricizer works, sir. I got it all set up there. That is beautimous. Beautimous.
There you go.
And Jamie, I want to talk to you. I want to borrow this bullet mode from you.
Which one is it?
The one I just showed you. I don't remember which one. Hang on a minute.
357, 466, maybe? 358, 456?
358, 477.
Oh, it's a newer one. Okay.
It's a Lyman 160 grainer.
So do you want gas checked or plain base? I got both modes.
Well, these non-gas checked ones, these shoot great at Angel's little 38 special. She loves them. I mean, and she's actually pretty damn lethal with it. Yeah, I'm not pushing them out of a rifle, so just plain base be fine.
Well, yeah, Big E, all is well, buddy. All is well. Nobody is good, but all is well, brother. We're going to get out and shoot some stuff up tomorrow.
There's a Tin Man in there. You didn't miss nothing, man. We're just starting. What do you got to say?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so's my dog. He's being rude.
Jamie, didn't I hear the ding? It sounded like I heard that ding. Somebody backstage?
No, sir.
Oh, maybe I'm getting old.
No.
Hearing stuff.
I'm old, brother. You ain't.
We're all getting old. Just some started earlier than others.
Yeah.
Anybody find it odd that the picture of you when you were the youngest is the oldest picture of you? Just something to think about.
Yeah, we got a Tin Man out there. What's up, brother? I don't know if he can hear us right now. Mark, send me a text when you get to where you can jump on. I'm going to go ahead and send you a link, though. So, yeah. Mark is on his way in from his vacation. I met up with him up in Chattanooga on Tuesday. I took a vacation day and went up there and hung out with him all day. And thoughts of an old soldier. Guess where we went for lunch? I
already know.
And I was kind of disappointed. It took 45 minutes to get a table, and then the food wasn't that great. So, yeah.
Y'all should have went over to Biggins off of 515 over there in Jasper.
What is it? Smoky Bones or something?
Sticky Fingers.
Sticky Fingers. I know it's barbecue.
Yeah, last time I was there, it was fantastic food. But yeah, it's kind of a pain to get to, and they're usually really busy. And
well, they had half the restaurant. They had half the restaurant shut down, refinishing the hardwood floor.
Oh goodness!
So we had, and it was like 1:00 on a Tuesday. You think by then you've missed the lunch rush, right?
You would think, wouldn't you?
Well, you would also think they'd shut the restaurant down if they were refinishing the hardwood floors.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat smelling that varnish and sawdust everywhere and all that. Goodness gracious.
Maybe that's why the food was not as good as it usually is. So downtown, there's a lot of good stuff there right downtown. I had to take Mark down there and let him poke around. And you folks that have never been to Chattanooga, Chattanooga's a fun little town to hang out on the weekends. It's I'm about halfway in between Atlanta and Chattanooga. And when me and my wife want a weekend away around a bigger metropolis, we tend to choose Chattanooga over Atlanta every time. Don't
easier to navigate. It's easier to get around. It's less crowded, and they got the same stuff.
Most of it, yeah. It's just a nicer place to be. And so we spent the day going around the gun stores, basically, and we come up with a few things. I mean, I bought some stuff, he bought some stuff, and it was a fun time. I bought a couple of these, just shell cases, 100 round boxes for 38 and 357 Magnum. So yeah, I got some loading to do. I got 100 rounds of those bullets Big E sent me. I think I got either 50 or 100 of those loaded up, and going to load up some more. But I'm going to do some cleaning of some 357 brush before I do. I got some right here I could load up, but I just want to clean them. Yeah, that's right. Thoughts of no soldier. It's just spread out more.
Did you see Fuzzy's comment? He said, "Thoughts of an old soldier has my picture as his avatar."
That's Daniel. What?
Oh, Daniel said it, but he's talking about Fuzzy.
Yeah, what about that?
Good
5
Lord.
rounds for $9? Dang, buddy.
Is it depleted uranium or something? Or is it, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
man. Even just regular old everyday birdshot is crazy bad right now. What about you, CW? What are you seeing out there, shotgun shell wise? I know he's been doing the coolest thing. I don't know if y'all been seeing some of his older videos, but he's been loading 410s with 40 caliber Smith and Wesson bullets. You still doing that, CW?
I haven't been. I still got a whole bunch loaded, but they've been shooting really well. Really, really well. I'm shocked at how well they shoot. Yeah. Still, I got my wads
Especially
in.
with a.
What's that?
You know, that's one thing that Mark and I did see was we saw some shotgun wads almost everywhere we went. We saw 12 gauge at which is place. They didn't have a bunch of stuff. They had practically no reloading stuff, but I did find this there. I found a Hornady modified case for 6.5 Creedmoor, so that'll help out a little bit. But the only reason I really bought that is to figure out how to make them myself. I bought 2 of those so far, and they're going to be the only 2 that I buy. Big E says local gun store had some number 7 12 gauge for $20, a box of 25. You know, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That ought to be what, $8?
if that. We used to get cases of 100 for $19, $20.
Yeah, last case of 100 I bought, I think I paid $23 for them. And I felt like that was high. There's Georgia Boy 44. Happy Good Friday, Pastor.
Hey, sweetheart.
Yeah. That's right, Brian. Wads seem to be plentiful. Yeah, primers are.
Primed wads are nowhere to be found. I mean, primed shells, casings are nowhere to be found.
Yeah, that's what Thorzax was telling me. He goes, because some of mine are 8-point crimped, some of them are 6-point crimped. Some of them have already been roll crimped. And he goes, oh, no, don't even worry about it. Just get online. You can buy the Fiocchis that are already primed and everything. Big brass and just ready to go. Never been crimped or anything. They ship them to your door. There's no hazmat. I'm like, where can you find those, Dave? And he goes, hang on, let me look. You can't.
Yeah.
Yep. I bought a couple of hundred.
That is. I'm sorry. Go ahead, CW.
I bought a couple hundred from Ballistic Products maybe 4 or 5 months ago. They had some in stock, and when I went back to buy more and to pick up some 12, they were out of everything. So it's I checked Precision Reloading and Ballistic Products, which is the two big ones for me. They didn't have it. The most I found really was Midway, and they're down now too. They don't have anything, but they had quite a bit of Ballistic Product stuff, and Ballistic Products didn't have. So, but yeah, everything is scarce now.
It is crazy.
And that right there, I was telling Val that's a $8 to $11 box of ammunition right there, and they're selling it for $50.
Yep.
And what Mark and I typically saw was totally $1 a round, as pretty much everything was $1 a round, no matter what you buy. Now, where we did find some good deals was North Georgia Reloading. They had some pretty good stuff, and it seemed like the Shooter's Warehouse had a box of 500 9mm for like $175, $180, something like that. 150. I can't
Which
remember.
ain't terrible given today's prices, but it's still more than it should be.
Yeah, and Lee, you're going to pay dearly for Mini 14 mags. Those are notorious, buddy.
Yeah, they're expensive. They were expensive 15 years ago. Yeah,
they've always been expensive. Yeah,
they have, but they work. In that firearm, they do work.
And I was going to ask Lee if it's okay if I give you the prize product when you come to Georgia, because I think they're going to charge me an arm and a leg to send that to you because of the size of the box that it has to be in. I mean, it doesn't matter one way or the other. I thought I was going to handle that today, but I got shunned by the government again. Chico sent me a text message. I think it was either Wednesday or yesterday. If I needed shotgun primers, I left my phone at home, so I couldn't reply to him until I got home, and I figured he wasn't still at the store staring at the shotgun primers.
The guy told me 2 days prior to that I missed the small rifle primers.
Well, get his phone number.
Well, you know where I was at.
No,
I was at True Prep.
Oh, all right.
Did you see when I walked in? All I seen was Winchester primers. I was like, oh man, I started speed walking. It had to be 50 boxes of bricks of 1,000 primers. I get over there. I was like,
what were they wanting for them?
59.
That ain't terrible.
It ain't terrible in today's market. And if it would have been anything outside of shotgun primers, I would have picked up all I could have. Whether it would have been small rifle, small pistol,
At this point, I would probably pay $60 for a brick of small pistol primers.
Yeah.
And I've still got some, but it's.
He said 2 days prior they had small rifle, and they went. I think he said they had like 2 rows of them, which would have been probably like maybe 10 bricks,
Yeah.
and they went quick.
I used to have a hookup there. I had two of my really good, like-minded individual buddies that worked there, and they'd send me pictures. You want me to sit this behind the counter? You come by after work? Yes.
Yeah, they're kind of under new management, so you know how that goes.
Oh, they're under new management now.
Yeah, they got new owners, so it's a lot of new faces in there. But when I walk in there, they kind of know who I am, and they kind of know what I'm in there to get. Because anytime I'm in there, I always got somebody attached to my hip, so I think that's why we know.
I hadn't been there in a minute. I bought several firearms from them just because of like police trade-ins and stuff like that, and they would buy all of them that the county was trading in and have pretty dang good deals on them.
All right.
But I've been in there a lot, but I hadn't been in there in a year.
Yep, they had plenty of those shotgun primers. Winchester, that was the only brand. They didn't have no powder, pretty much nothing. I mean, they had some other little odds and ends, but nothing more reloaded. Shotgun primers.
Yeah. I appreciate the heads up looking out for me, but I left my phone at home. I got home, I had like 500 emails, 30 text messages. I was like, oh gosh. So I found that it was just when those kind of days happen, it's just better to delete all and wait for somebody to call.
Hey, I know earlier someone said CH Die Company. Jamie, that was you?
I think so.
That's Julio's video there on his 375. He got some CNH tool.
Now I've got a CH Die Company old face trimmer, and it's on the box. It said, I know y'all said Ohio, right?
I'm pretty sure like Medellin or something like that, Ohio. I looked it up before. I forgot
They must have been in a different location.
Whoa.
El Monte, California.
Ah.
So they probably moved.
I don't blame them.
Maybe. There we go.
CH Tool and Die, 4D Custom Die is their official name.
They've changed, right? Okay.
It says Knox County, Ohio, and it says Mount Vernon.
Yeah, it's very possible they changed locations. And
sure, yeah.
They've
been around a while.
Oh, yeah. I knew when I opened that box. When I looked at the trimmer, I could tell. But if K24 is out there, shout out to him because he has that same die set, and he emailed me the original instructions because I didn't have that, and the parts list and everything, so I can see what I'm missing, if anything in that set. I got that on a secondhand deal from the gun store last year. It was a whole bunch of vintage reloading stuff, and that just so happened to be in the deal. Carry on. Don't mind me, I'm brass prepping.
We'll get you to run down the side chat here in a few. That's my concern is what they were talking about earlier in the side chat. Our ranges. If you're running an indoor range and you don't have any ammunition to sell, how are you going to stay in business? I mean, that's a tough one. Russ, you've been quiet.
I'm enjoying reading the side chat.
They're going.
Yeah. I'm sitting here cracking up at some of this stuff. But yeah, I know I don't really have a local indoor range, but it's I was talking to the guy that oversees the local WMA, and he's really had to crack down because of the influx of inexperienced shooters being dangerous is really running the regulars off.
I can see that.
Yep.
Yeah, when you're under the cover behind the firing line, and somebody down the line walks 15 yards out with a AK pistol on his hip, just wham, 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 wham. You know, that's but okay.
I know. Doc, you got to come join us when you can, buddy. Let me know you got an open invitation. I can see how my concern is range is going out of business.
Yeah.
You know, our WMA ones are, you know, they're pretty much here to stay, but
there's a good one, not and I've been to it. It changed names, and I don't know what the name changed to. I used to go to it regularly before we acquired the farm where I can go shoot my distance, but I don't hear anything out of them. I used to get emails, and it's probably been 12, 14 months since I've gotten an email from that range. So I'm hoping they're sticking it out, but it's a good bunch of folks down there.
Yeah, we have an indoor one that me and Chico and Kyle has met up there and shot. I'm real concerned about them. Hey, Idaho, welcome in, buddy. John's a good dude, but he's opened. He opened a body shop. That's how bad the shooting range business is around here right now. Okay, Pastor. We're waiting to hear the menu when you get back. Fuzz, I hope we don't need any ammo.
As they said in that movie, We Were Soldiers, I'm pretty sure when it's time for me to pick or need a rifle, what is it? When it's time for me to need a rifle, there'll be plenty of them laying on the ground.
Yeah. That's a sad thought, but yeah, that's true.
It is, but it was very true at that time.
Yeah.
It pretty much still is too, ain't it?
Speaking about that movie, is Sam Elliott just not a dude? I mean, come on. He was great as a sergeant major.
He was
Plumley. Man.
What are you, a weatherman?
How do you know what kind of day it is?
Oh, it was spectacular. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
Because it's all true. I've actually, my father's got a cousin, so that'd make him like my second or third uncle or something. I don't know. Who was one of the original air cav pilots in Vietnam.
Well,
yeah, he was the guy that flew right by the hangar and said, "Hey, how you doing?" Wah, and took off.
Well, he probably knows my great uncle because he was under Hal Moore as an air cav pilot.
Based on that movie, because that movie is based on a true story. That group of Marines that they went in there to save.
Yeah.
My girlfriend out in Vegas, her dad was there. He was one of the Marines.
Wow.
He was one of the Marines. Wow. I was like, Woosah. Man.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, never fired, only dropped once.
That's scary. That's a horrible thought for what those guys went through. And we talk about today's climate. If we had to rely on our 18-year-olds to do what those 18-year-olds did back then, we're in trouble.
What we're going to have to require to do is have the 18-year-olds carry us 40-year-olds where we need to be so we can take you a minute.
We're gonna have a bunch of 1980s decked out wheelchair ramps in the back.
No, Daniel, the Army guys went in to rescue the cut off Marines.
Yeah.
There's Warsaw Patriot. Chico, you want me to do this, or you wanna do the side chat, or
Yeah, I got it. Hold on, I can stop. Let's see. Scrolling up to the top, very first one says Daniel God is my judge. Big E, Dead Horse. We've got Thoughts of an Old Soldier, Vanessa Kitty, Kyle Luss is on the panel with us, G23, Willie Bullet Man, Broke Loader, Daniel God is my judge, James Pollard, Gun Hobo 62, K24, Reloader 762, Brian Brofford. I might mess that up again. Texarkana. There's Fuzzy Fork 8 out there causing trouble. BPJ's out there. Paul Loud, Tin Man. AR Gun 1776. Lakeview Outdoors. Tacos and French Fries. Uncle John. Kyle Just Some Guy. Who else? Scrolling down. Kingpin, hey brother. James Pollard, Lakeview. Chris 338. Bald and Curious or Fabulous, however you look at it. What's up, brother? Coates Brothers Firearms, hey brother. Andy 79Z28. Uncle John. Georgia Boy 44. A few more out there. Hold on. Bear with me. OL1 guy, Paul Loud. G Pensioner, hey brother. Papa's Place, hey brother. Pony _ 47, hey brother. Dummy Rounds out there. And Warsaw Patriot, hey brother. Sergeant Devil Dogs out there. Idaho Rogers, USMC. JC Texan. Dang, it's more of y'all out there. 47 of y'all. Keep in mind, the people in the side chat also have very valuable information. Some of them don't necessarily get on live streams, but go check out their channels. All you gotta do is, well, they probably can't click on it, can they? Just take notes, because YouTube they policy. You used to click on everybody's name, and I hate that they took that away.
Yeah, I was gonna say they changed that, brother. That made everything too easy.
But especially if you see them putting out a lot of information in the side, or if you see them commenting a lot, write down their name later, and write down their name during the live streams, and just later on your own time, go to their channel, check them out, because we all about supporting each other. And the way that I do stuff, and I'm just speaking, may not be the it is a way, not the, it's just a way. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Same thing, for Jamie, CW, Russ and Kyle. The way that they do something, it might work for you if you try it, but it might not. You may find a different way, or somebody in the side chat may have a different way. So, and PC Bullet Empire just showed up. We can start now. Hey, brother. But glad you joined us. And Uncle Jim's out there. Look at him.
Oh, the Emperor's been out there for a minute.
So yeah, check out other people in the side chat. Like I said, a lot of them, most of them.
There's Julio.
They do have loads of information, like that guy right there too. Check him out. Hey, brother.
Hey, how you doing, Chico?
Good, man.
How's everybody doing?
The man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, Kyle.
Beautiful stock.
Yeah,
yes,
thank you.
glad you made it.
Yeah, thank you, Jamie. Thanks for the invite.
I want to address this question, and I want to know why Warsaw addressed it only to Chico wise when we can all talk about it. But we'll get to that in just 1 second. Texarkana sent me a text late last night, and I was already asleep, and saying that maybe I shouldn't say that. Anyway, you guys don't forget about your powder companies' websites, sometimes they have stuff that other folks don't, and you still got to pay the hazmat. Just make it worth the money to pay the hazmat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Or contact some of your buddies and say, hey, they have powder. Would you like some powder? We can all split. You know what I mean? Do it like
Yeah.
that, especially if they're local. Because I know Jamie and Kyle, we got the same kind of mindset like that. If they come across some stuff, that we all have each other's numbers.
and it ain't no big deal to split up an 8-pound jug, man. You're looking at a big savings when you buy an 8-pound jug and split it between 2 or 3 guys.
Yep.
Me
Or
and
even
some of
more.
the guys that I reload with made an order and had a 40-foot trailer with a Freightliner attached to the front of it, pull up in front of the house and go, "You got a forklift?" I'm like, no.
About 8 friends though.
I said, "I got some buddies sitting right here though."
Night, Andy. He says he's going back to sleep. I can answer Warsaw Patriots question based on my, what I would do. I would go CZ75B in 9mm because I load that round, first of all, and in the current situation we in right now, I can tell you when all this stuff first happened, the popular calibers went first, and all I would normally see was kind of unique calibers like Makarov, just like that 7.62 by 25. I used to see that on the shelf. I'm not even seeing that. I haven't even seen. I've got a 17 HMR rifle, and that was on the shelf for a long time. Now that's not even being found. So if it was me, I would pick the CZ75B because it's an awesome pistol. I've shot one, a few of them, and because I load 9mm. But that Tokarev, I don't load it at all. So that's my spiel on that. But that's just me.
That Tokarov, that 7.62 by 25 is an absolutely awesome round. You're looking at a 30 caliber projectile, and it's almost up to 357 energy and velocity. Almost, not quite. But yeah. Tokarov's a 9mm. I don't know.
I'm not familiar. I mean, I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar with it.
They are really cool pistols. Eastern Bloc semi-auto. And Andy, I don't know if that's the post you were talking about or not, brother. Things going by so fast. And I don't want to make no excuses, but my computer got hit by lightning. Thursday was a week ago, so I'm having to do this on a borrowed Chromebook, and it is slow. I am going to try my best to buy me a laptop between now and next week.
And here's another thing, if I could. So just like I was talking about those people in the side chat with the wealth of information, if y'all scroll up and see Reloader 762's comment, he said 7.62 by 25, you can make the brass from once fired 223.556. So that's just an example that, like I said, it's more knowledge. It's knowledge everywhere, but it's just not on the panel. So, and I'm curious about Uncle Jim's comment. He says they are Chinese. I had one that shot great, but they cut you up. What does that mean? They cut you up
on the back of your wrist. On the
Tokarev. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, they don't have the beaver tail over the back of them.
Yeah, they're not finished the best. Lots of sharp edges.
Yeah.
Cool.
Apparently, Uncle Jim and the Empire are having a love affair, a bromance, if you will.
Looks that way.
Oh, good. Well, at least it's consensual.
Oh, me.
You never know what
Okay.
you're going to see.
Kyle, will you help G23 out?
I'm trying, brother.
He's trying to send you an email. I don't have his contact information, or I'd send him one. Um, Georgia boy picked up a new rifle. Let's hear about it, Pastor.
Yeah, what do you got? A new lever?
Yeah, I think that's the 375 he's been talking about, I believe. 375 lever action.
I was gonna buy I want the Bergara, just the base model Woodstock B14 and a 270. Just a common, a year and a half ago, you could have went and bought 30 of them. You can't find a 270 Winchester in stock anywhere. Not anywhere around me. Online, and they all say back ordered, and I've got a set of dies. They say if you own the dies, you got to buy the guns. So,
well, I hope that ain't true.
So that's the rule to live by.
I'm gonna need to get me a 4570 because I've got a bullet lubricizer die for a 4570. I'm not saying it would be a bad thing to have one, but I just don't.
Oh, I got to get a 30-06 too.
I got a couple of them. I love them.
Ben's got a new Smith coming too, he says.
I'm thinking about getting me all right, I know we've got some biased opinions on the panel and in the side chat, but I'm thinking about stepping into the 357 realm. Are we looking more at the Ruger Red Hawk Black Hawk or a Smith & Wesson 586 or 686?
Ooh.
Well, you're going to have to go GP 100 if you want to go Ruger.
Yeah, that's what I have. And
or a Black Hawk.
They don't make the Red Hawk and Black Hawk in 357 anymore?
The Black Hawk, yes.
Black Hawk, they do.
No.
Okay.
I believe they did for a while. They did a few of them. Not positive.
Man, as far as 357 goes, 686.
But I like a blued one. A 686 is the stainless one, right?
Yeah, so 586 or 587.
And the
or 586-7 in it. 7-shot instead of 6-shot.
I like your thinking.
That's a Smith & Wesson still making their design with the firing pin still attached to the hammer, or no? Or they're doing like Ruger now?
They're frame mounted, I believe, all now.
Yeah, they're frame mount.
You can get a Kunin.
Yeah.
I've never dabbled in a 357 except shooting my buddies. He had a Ruger Security 6, and I love that pistol. And I looked at him after the first time I pulled the trigger. I said, the funny thing is, you think you're leaving here with this gun. He goes, I'm pretty positive I'm leaving here with this gun. Yeah, it's been 20 years and he still won't sell it to me. The GP 100 or the SP 101. My buddy's got an SP 101. It's a really compact 5-shooter. But, man, that's a sweet shooting pistol. Rossi 92.
There you go.
I've got a Charter Arms. Heck, I don't even know where it is. Chief Special, little slide it in your pocket 5-shot 357.
Yeah, that's the way the SP 101 is.
Yeah.
I think the SP 100 is a full size. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with 357s. Never had one. Shot quite a few of them. Just never had one.
I kind of like Charter Arms pistols. They're not full of bells and whistles, but I've got the Bulldog. What is it? The 44 Special. And I mean, it's just a good, reliable brick. It shoots every time you squeeze the trigger.
Yeah, that's one of their hottest sellers. They were for Charter Arms. They used to be in Connecticut, and that was the one big seller.
Yep, they're still up in Seymour. Charcoal. Yep, I've been in the factory.
With trivia on the Charter Arms Bulldog 44, that's the same weapon that what's that serial killer's name?
The one in New York there, yeah.
Yeah, he used it.
Yep.
Ted Bundy. Wasn't it him?
They used Charter Orange 44 Bulldog there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing they always made their
Son of
frame-
Sam. Georgia boy got it. Yeah, it's Son of Sam. That's right.
I think they would
That's
have used a heavier frame. You know, it'd be just as good as the Luger is. You know, the frames was not light side.
I traded mine when Smith came out with their 5-shot
Mm.
44 special.
I had a Ruger Security 6. Man, that was a good shooting little gun. It's a shame they quit making that specific model, but
Yeah, the
I wish
GP
I
was,
still had,
was there.
Perfect firearm. It was perfect.
wish I still had it.
The service and the security, all three of them.
And the speed.
Yep, all three of them.
I can't remember who made the spring kit. I put a aftermarket spring kit in it and polished it up. Man, that was a good shooting little pistol, but somebody liked it more than I did. Got right on the price.
You gotta hate it when that happens. That's kind of what happened to my 270.
Look at Chico doing the 9mm thing.
Going to town.
Well, I figured I was too far away for anybody to see it, and this ain't nothing special. I'm just de-priming, probably. I mean, that's all. So, y'all carry on. I'm listening.
Oh, my favorite semi-automatic pistol of all time is my Colt 45 lightweight Commander. I love that thing. I've got full-size 1911s, but that 4.5-inch barrel 1911, even though the barrel is wore smack out of it, I can shoot targets out of tree limbs at 50 yards with it. Nobody else can shoot it, but I just know exactly where it's going because I put thousands of rounds through it.
I like the Commander too. It's a much more balanced size.
Oh, it's great. I love it, and I look to see what they're going for, and I don't even think they make them anymore. But
they haven't for a while.
Right, the ones I saw were just, oh my goodness! I was like, I'm not getting rid of this. No.
Yeah, the lightweights are the desirable ones. Yours is a later one with an alloy frame.
No. I've had this thing since '95, I think.
That's probably a later one. Yeah.
They made them
with steel.
It's not alloy; it's solid steel.
Okay. They first made them with steel frames, and they cutouts in the slide, and they were lightweight. Then they went to the alloy frame afterwards. I've got one of the steel frames too. They're really desirable.
I've had people offer me stupid money for it, and I'm like,
the steel frame ones are really desirable.
I really want to, but I don't because I love this pistol.
Well, we need to help out Warsaw here. I think some of us gave him our opinion about the Tokarov. The Tokarov would be a great gun to collect, to have, and to take to the range. Nothing to depend on, in my opinion. And that 7.62 by 25, like I said, that's an awesome pistol. My buddy Frog, before he passed away, we were able to shoot a PPSH not 41 that was chambered in that. And I know there's some questions going through your minds right now, and the answer was yes. But we were able to shoot that, and that's a pretty awesome round. I was clocking them on the chrono at 1250 plus feet per second. So that's a pretty good round. But of the three that you put out there, I'll be with Chico and go with the CZ75B all day long. They just work, man. CZ is such a good company. They make such good firearms, and if I got to put my life on the line, I got to protect myself and my family. I'm using the CZ 75, and the reason I say that is because it's beside my bed right now.
They
And
also resell very well.
they do. They hold their value. Warsaw 45 Colt, not ACP Colt, 44 Magnum, 44 Specials, maybe. You're not going to find nothing that's in a semi-auto handgun that's more powerful than a 357 Magnum. Just sheer out power-wise, energy downrange.
In a semi-auto? I don't read what you're reading.
45 Win Mag.
I don't see his comment.
It's way back. He just remember he was asking about the Tokarev
Mhm.
in 7.62 by 25.
Yep.
Tokarev in 9mm or the 75 CZ75B in 9mm.
He's looking for which one is better for him.
Uncle Jim got it 10mm. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was getting at. I don't understand what the comment was related to. And
then he threw up what is more powerful than 357 Magnum in a semi-auto.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 10mm.
Yeah, I was about to say me.
A little more.
Me and CW both missed a couple of comments and we're totally lost right there.
Yeah, I was following you, and then all of a sudden that was out there. I said, "What are we looking at?" Yeah, there's a few obscure calibers, but it depends on what you want to do with it. You just want to own something that's really powerful in a semi-auto, or are you looking for something that you're going to carry or use defensively, or what's the context? What's the need? What's the other rest of the picture? The quick and easy answer is 10mm.
50 AE.
Yeah, 50 AE. Yep. That's got a lot more knockdown power than a 357.
Yep. Or the 10. Yep.
But it's not really something that I'd want to carry on me every day.
Right.
No.
Yeah, and I don't think you would want to carry that Coonan 1911 and 357 Magnum either.
It'd kind of like be using a walker when somebody takes one of the tennis balls off of it. You're constantly walking in circles.
So now everybody's telling us what their nightstand guns are.
So 50 AE, 357 Magnum.
Yep.
I mean, case head first. That's pretty, ain't it?
That's beautiful.
And which nightstand gun are we talking about? Her side or
that's on her. The 50's on her side.
The ones on my
Yeah, 10 gauge.
My nightstand gun is a 9mm. All the big stuff is put away.
My nightstand gun's a 12 gauge.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Somebody comes in your house and they hear and they don't crap in the floor. You know you got to kill them.
Right. It's already said and done right then and there.
That's right. So we got Ocean on here, and we were he was talking about he did a video about he's building this what is it, 375?
Yes, it's a 375 Raptor.
Okay. So my question to all the guys in the panel and you guys in the side chat too, if y'all want to chime in, how much experience and with what do y'all have? I don't know if that's still a Wildcat or if it's approved by Sammy yet or not.
It's still a Wildcat.
Okay. So, how much experience do you guys have with Wildcat cartridges? I have none. Everything I've got is old, established stuff. So,
A little bit.
Yeah, I have a few.
This is my first.
I've got about 0.
me too.
I'm old school. I'm tried and true. I don't like playing around with new stuff like some people do. I mean, some people really enjoy it, and that's great. More power to them. I just don't prefer it.
I would, and that's how everybody's going to be different in their how far they want to take, reloading and whatever they want to do. So I wouldn't mind, but I would have. Oops, look like I might shut down. Okay, I'm still here. All right, I would almost think that might be a little expensive, and that's just my guesstimate.
But yeah, your initial start is going to be expensive. But the reason I took the 375 Raptor because I could still use my 308 brass. It's gonna be like a 300 Blackout on steroids. That's very much what it looks like if you look it up.
My experience with Wildcat rounds is components are extremely hard to find, or you have to destroy your components to remake something else. Projectiles are hard to find. Like I say, all components are hard to find. There's very little data, and if you want to get some store-bought stuff to have some once-fired brass, it is higher than pterodactyl beaks. That's just to be the family-friendly way.
Oh yeah.
And I've watched so many people do so much load development and all this stuff, and then realize that they've got the wrong thing to do what they want to do, so they have to start from scratch.
Yeah.
And I'd just rather go with the stuff that's been around for 300 years. I mean,
I used to shoot with a guy. Been many years ago. He used to have a machine shop, gunsmith shop. He would neck 300 Winchester Magnum brass down to 25 caliber 257, and we would fill a case up with a little. This has been a long time ago. I don't remember charges or anything. I don't even remember the powder, but he put so much powder in, fill it the rest of the way up with grits, and then put a wax plug in the end and shoot it to fire form the brass to the chamber, and then he load it. But I mean, if he didn't have his own machine shop, make his own barrel, those barrels didn't last no time. That was a screaming 5 rounds of barrel to be so hot you couldn't touch it.
Yeah,
Overbore.
it's like when 300 Blackout came out. If you found a box of 300 Blackout ammo on the shelf, it was $1.50 a shot.
Well, 300 Blackout started as 300 ACC Whisper, didn't it?
Right.
It started before that too, but
That's when everybody started chopping down 223 cases, and I'm guilty too. I got the saw in there, the jig, and it ain't that big a deal. You just got to cut it and trim it and all that stuff, and then you can get 5 or 6 reloads out of it, and especially subsonic.
I'm not chopping my perfectly good 223 brass that I worked my butt off.
Right.
To prep to make 300 Blackout.
It's that part as well. I branched off in the 300 Blackout world, and when you couldn't find any components for it, and I just had to make them, and I was like, and people do this for a hobby?
I must have a 55-gallon drum versus 223 brass. It's not hard to find. But, you talk about the Wildcats. What you're really paying for with a Wildcat is the dies and the reamer, because sometimes you have to get it cut. But components generally you're not talking about a new caliber. There really is no diameter. You know what I mean? There really is nothing new diameter wise. So you're going to get, different bullets from different calibers and just use them in your Wildcat. And brass you're going to make from another case. Most of the time it's easy, but sometimes it involves a lathe, and sometimes, making some really old, obscure caliber work sometimes requires a lathe and the minimal pieces of brass. And
Right.
a lot of times those are even black powder. But it depends on what it is. It doesn't have to be crazy difficult, but it's definitely something for a more advanced reloader because, like you said, there is no data for a lot of this stuff. You've got to extrapolate with case volumes and burn rates and make an educated guess and start low and work up. And fire forming cases, yes, that's a lot of it. You got to do that. But it's not difficult, and some do call it fun, and I'm probably I'm one that does. I enjoy that.
Yeah. No,
I hear a lot of people complaining. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Julio.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to all the fun to have with a 375. It's a lot to learn.
Yep. I hear a lot of people complaining about 300 blackout. Oh, it's not very accurate past 200 yards or what. Guess what it was meant to do?
Yeah.
The whole platform was designed to clear a room.
An 8x12 room.
And do it with extreme prejudice, and it does that perfectly.
Yep, it's a better pistol round, and it's a pistol round.
Yeah, no, I like my 300 blackout.
Yeah, I love it.
No, you won't, Willie, because you ain't getting my 223 brass. The most fun, the two most fun Wildcat cartridges I played with was a 17K Hornet, which is basically a 17 HMR. It's a little hotter, and a it was a 257 Roberts AI, but it was lengthened with a shorter neck, and I can't remember what the guy called it. It was the same gunsmith.
AI is actually improved.
Well, it wasn't Ackley. It had a little bit different dimensions. Shoulder.
There's a lot that people change just a little bit.
Yeah,
it's not the same. Yeah,
and
even the
those,
the K's were there's a couple different angles on K's for the Hornet and for the 17.
Yeah, that 17K Hornet though, it was murder on crows and squirrels and and paper. I mean, that thing, I never thought that little bitty bullet could be so accurate.
Yeah. When they came out, I rechambered a 17 HMR H&R single shot. I rechambered with a reamer to a 17. And then they come out with that WSM, that rimfire WSM round.
Yep.
I sold that Hornet, that 17 Hornet, and I bought a WSM. That's a great little caliber.
I can tell you this: I do have a lot of respect for the Wildcat people because think about it. 44 Magnum used to be a Wildcat round.
Yeah.
357 used to be a Wildcat round.
Oh yeah.
9mm used to be a Wildcat round. Anything other than a 54 caliber musket used to be a Wildcat round.
280, 270, 260, 243. All of it was Wildcats at one time.
Yep. A few of mine started Wildcats, became legitimized. The 35 Whalen, I built that about 2 years before Remington released it. 6.506, I built that about 5 years before A Square legitimized it.
Yep, 25-06 is another perfect example, and that is a beautiful hunting rifle for long range shooting.
Which caliber? I'm sitting here. It was called the something Page Pooper.
Oh yeah, he had a few.
Yes.
He did a few different ones.
250, wasn't it?
2250 is a caliber, of course.
I think that's
Savage neck down.
I think that's what it was.
Page Pooper was the popular one. I think was 25 Page Pooper was the popular.
It may have been. I can't
he
remember.
He had a couple.
Yeah.
Let me break in here for a quick second, guys. We want to say hey to Josh, 243 Outdoors, Preacher's Day Off, Jeremy Gunslinger, and OCD Outdoors. So carry on.
Good to see everybody. And Preacher, I tried to get your package in the mail today, left work early and everything. The post office was closed.
But yeah, think about the guy that come up with all these stuff. Now, some of these rounds are developed by the militaries around the world. Those are not Wildcats. Those are they
came out of the lab standardized.
Right, right, and they were made for specific duties and military stuff and all that kind of stuff. But most all those Wildcats that we're talking about were developed from those cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, think about the guy that first chopped down a 30-06 and knocked it down to 6mm and called it a 243.
Mm.
And he took it out and to shoot it the first time. So
240.
He probably was shaking like Chico shooting his first reloads. Yeah, we all saw it.
It happened.
But we all the same way.
But it's the butterflies, you know. It was the butterflies. My first two calibers, 9mm, and then especially when I shot that 308 the first time. Well, not first time I shot my 308. First time I shot my 308 hand loads.
Right.
Right.
And if you don't feel that way, that's when you're overconfident and you end up blowing your face off.
Warren Page, that's right.
My brain just went blank. But anyway, earlier, Chico, Uncle Jim was asking who made your suppressor.
It is a Silencer Co. switchback. Right? Am I saying that right? Silencer Co. is a company, right? Yeah, Silencer Co.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't, who probably don't do, I know Uncle Jim's not on. I might have. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're back. So last year I purchased a suppressor and it's still waiting approval, but where I purchased it from, one of my local gun ranges, I'm allowed to go and shoot it. And I was trying to wait, but everything's going on. I was like, I need to be able to shoot this thing one time. So yeah, it was fun, man. I'm kind of, I know I'm breaking up. I'm sorry. But it was definitely fun. I took my main thing. I wanted to take my son to go shoot it, and he enjoyed it more than me. So, and that was the main reason why I got it, because my son doesn't like that loud crack and pop. And when he shot it the first time, actually he said, "Let me shoot first, Daddy." I said, "No, I got to shoot it first. I bought it. Come on, what are you talking about?" So I shot it, and I was like, "Oh yeah," and he wanted to shoot all the ammo that I had for it. I mainly went there to try all kind of ammo. Now I've got CCI quiets, but based on my research and my range visit with it, I took high velocity ammo there, and it was still quiet because I'm shooting it out of a pistol. So anybody on the panel familiar with suppressors?
No.
My Silencer Co. Osprey works great, especially when you fill it full of water.
So I heard that because the pistol barrel is so short, it doesn't have enough time to reach that maximum velocity. That's why it's still quiet with 1,200 feet per second, 22 LR ammo.
Well, Chico, I'll put it to you like this. You know where I live. You know where the Bartow County Sheriff's Department jail is.
Yeah.
It's on the other side of that hill.
Oh, yeah.
We go out in the backyard and take 180 grain subsonic 45s and load them up, and we'll just empty mags all night long.
Yeah. Yeah, Uncle Jim said it too. If y'all, I bought a modular can, so I bought one that can change in length, and I can change the length of it.
Right, cool.
And so yeah,
Yeah,
It's
the
not.
Osprey is one of the first ones that came out. It looks like a chair leg that somebody has squared off that you screw on the end of your gun. But it is very effective and it's very fun to shoot. I mean, I'm running 45 ACP so slow you can just sit there and watch the bullet. Dink. Dink.
Hey, I'll tell you what's pretty cool too, man. And it's not to be bragging, but so like I'm at the range and it's other people at the range, and people are like, I'm shooting, and they're looking at my target and they don't hear nothing. Like, what are you shooting over there? I was like, James Bond. You know, James Bond. And I said, I'm just messing. It's a suppressor. That's what I told him. So
00 Chico.
You got to do it with the accent, Bond, James Bond.
But you know, so many people, like as I used to be, they're not familiar with the laws on them. That some people don't even know that you can own them. So, like, as I kind of was way back in the day, I just didn't want to never have to do the waiting period. So it's cool though. I can't wait till they release her into my custody.
But they also have to figure out that it's not like it is in the movies. It's not that way at all. Like I say, and I saw CW cracking up when I said it. You fill the Osprey up with water, it's quiet as a mouse. Well, for about 3 shots. Once the water gets burned out of it, which it also helps keep it a little remotely clean. I'm sure it causes a little more damage than not, but it still works. Everything's great. But it's not the that you hear in the movies. That's not what it's designed to do. It never was designed to do that. I don't know why the name became Silencer. I think that was straight out of the James Bond movies. But it's a suppressor. It allows you to operate a much lower charged case with good results at a lower subsonic velocity. And rifles or pistols that normally aren't able to do that. But now it's grown to where they've designed calibers that are made to run.
Good night, Big Al.
It was, if I'm not mistaken, designed by the guy who designed it, because all it is a muffler, like on a car muffler, essentially. Yeah, right. And it can be more technical than that, but this is what I will tell you too. I need to say this. When I was shooting the quiets, the CCI quiet ammo, like the stuff that's 710 feet per second, it is a lot quieter than your standard 22 ammo.
Well, it's subsonic. You're not going to have that sonic crack when it comes out the barrel.
Let's see if I can let y'all hear it. It's like, it's only one shot. Y'all bear with me. That was it. Did you hear the second? Like, it sounded like the action click.
Yeah.
So, but that's 22. You know, I guess. I mean, I guess anything bigger, 300 blackout, 5.56 9mm. It's gonna, you know, the noise sound signature report is gonna be a lot more pronounced than 22, obviously. But,
and a lot of it has to do with the cartridge. Like my buddy's got it's from the 70s. It's a bolt action 22, but it's still spring fired. But it'll hold 22 shorts, and it'll hold like 45 of them.
Wow.
And the only thing you hear is the spring going doink. We call it the doink gun. It's fun as crap to shoot, but you can't hit nothing past 50 yards with it. It's just doink, doink.
James Pollard, they only require catalytic converters on guns in California.
Yeah. And I would never live in a state that required me to have a diesel particulate filter on an indoor fireplace.
Oh my gosh!
I just don't think I'd do that.
So, are y'all familiar with the Aguila Super Calibri little CB, like a CB short, the 22 ammo?
I've heard of. I might have seen them before, but
I mean,
Supers have no powder, right? They're just a primer, and the Calibris have a little powder.
Right. The Super Calibri has, I wonder what that would pretty much be a silencer. You would never hear it.
Yeah.
All you'd hear was the firing pin click.
You know what? I didn't even think about it. I've got some 22 shorts that I should have took. but I know they wouldn't cycle the. Well, I assume they wouldn't cycle the action. I'll
They
try to.
won't.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
one thing you got to
they
remember,
won't.
like, one of the first times that I brought my wife to shoot silencer, full auto, this stuff, she was never around guns a lot, growing up. She shot a 22, but that was it. So I took her to the range and I told her she's going to shoot a silencer. Yeah, just like in the movies. Yep, but it's a little different. So she got all excited, and we're on the range. Now it's a public range, but we had 5 ranges in that build, 6 ranges in that building, and this was what we call our law enforcement range. We used it. The police used it after hours for some qualifications. We didn't let the public in there. It was what we used for test fire and used guns and stuff when they came in. And I knew nobody was down there, so she came in and we went down. So it's a bolt action 22. So we load up the magazine, put it in a gun, work the bolt. Okay, you're ready. Here you go. So she says, well, I don't need ears, right? Because it's a silencer. I said, yes. And she pulled the trigger. Well, she rang her ears because that bullet striking that steel is very loud when it's only 50 feet away. So yeah, the gun didn't ring your ears, but that bullet hitting that backstop.
That's funny.
That rung her ears. Yep. So she learned something that day. That was pretty funny. Another time we went down a similar story, not silenced, but this was a little bitty Italian 32 ACP full auto. We were a class 3 dealer, and this was, I think, one of the guys owned it, but it spent time in the shop. So I filled up the magazine and went downstairs to shoot it. She had never shot. Well, she shot a Tommy gun, but this was something that was going to be a lot easier for her to shoot. It's a 32. So she goes downstairs and she's plunking away. I told her, just pull the trigger and let it go. Pull the trigger, let it go until you get used to it. So she shot it. She shot up the magazine. And I told her to be real careful and go slow because you don't want that to climb, so you're shooting the ceiling. So she said, okay. Well, one of the other guys came down with a Tommy gun, touched it off 2 times, and squeezed the trigger hard the 3rd time, and he peppered the ceiling right up. Where she turns to me and she says, I thought we were supposed to do that.
You're not.
No, you're not. That range was all steel all the way down. It did have a drop ceiling, but it was vented and angled, so the bullets didn't go anywhere. It was perfectly safe, but not what it's designed, what it was designed to be used for.
We were playing around with a buddy of mine's. We were playing around with some of my stuff and some of his stuff in his backyard, and what was it? He had, you could shoot 32 shorts out of it, 32 long Colts, or 327 Federal Magnums.
327 Federal, yep.
Yeah. So we're sitting there playing around, and I'm like, man, this is a good shooting little pistol. We're out there. We don't have any ears on because it's just, dink, dink, whatever. It's nothing. And he pulls out some 327 Federal Magnums. And I'm like, so I need to go grab my ears or what? He goes, no, it'll be fine. And he steps behind me and puts his ears on. I squeeze that trigger, and I almost turned around and threw that gun at him. He totally set me up for that one. That is the loudest cartridge I've ever heard go off in my life.
Yep, they're right up there with 30 carbine. They're loud.
Ooh.
Yep, they're loud.
So OCD, what model Smith are we talking about?
That's just what I was gonna ask, Jamie.
Smith & Wesson Plus.
Unless that's the model.
I think that's the new one that recently came out.
Andy's got me intrigued with those zinc bullets. I'm gonna be working on some of them.
You know what? Since you just said zinc, let me tell you what I seen today on a site that I used to find available projectiles. Well, American Reloading, that's what it is. They had 9mm jacketed zinc bullets. So it had a copper jacket over it, but the core was zinc.
Oh, wow. That's different.
Son of a bitch. That's what I was thinking. Whatever. So I'm not hating on it, but I was just like, wow, I gotta remember, and they were in stock too.
Well, I was about to say they had them though, so that's the thing.
They did have them, but it had a copper jacket over it, but the core was zinc.
I like American Reloading. I've been telling you guys about them for years. But you got to be quick on the trigger. But by the time you call around and go, hey, I want to go in on this, you go back, it's gone.
Yeah,
if
you just got
to in stock, just buy it and then see if you can bum it off to your buddies later.
I mean, especially right now with everything. It used to be, I'll tell you a trick about it. If you see something in stock and you put one in your cart, it'll tell you how many more is available. That's a tip. So if y'all ever shopping on there, if you see something available, it'll tell you how many is in stock. And it'll tell you accurately as the number counts down. You know, if you put 2 in your cart, it's going to take 2 away from that availability. But
yeah, that's where me and my buddies bought that huge order of gunpowder from. I just happened to be there at the right time. I'm 30 minutes early for work. Oh, why not? Get on there. Oh, you in? Everybody's in. Bye.
And shipping is included. So there is
there's no hazmat. There's no shipping. That's to your door. And they show up. You got a forklift? No.
Did he ever say it's about that gun? He said it's to compete with the SIG and the Hellcat, Jamie.
Yeah, they've got to be talking. He's got to be talking about the Shield Plus.
Okay.
Yeah, you still talk about the Smith & Wesson Plus?
There's a new one.
Yeah, it's micro compact.
Max 9 maybe?
It's a
13 plus 1.
Yes, 13 plus 1 like the Taurus G3 and
the price is not bad. They just factory is $553, so maybe street price maybe 4 some change.
The ones I've been seeing are 500.
The Ruger?
Maybe. No, it's a Smith & Wesson.
Because Ruger's got this one now to go against the Hellcat and the 65. This is the Max 9, I think.
Huh. I like that.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think he was talking about Smith & Wesson, though. I'm pretty sure he was talking about
the Shield, that new Shield. Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes optic ready. Somebody said it was.
Are you telling me they've got a plus P Shield now?
Yeah, they call it here a micro compact, so pretty small.
And they got the K24 saying they got the Ruger Max now. I've not seen that. And about that magazine you held up right there, CW, mm-hmm. I get that every month, and I can't even watch it. It's just turned into a wad of ads. You know?
Yeah, I turned mine off. That one my wife gets. I told them to just save your money, keep yours. I don't read it that much. I get other magazines. So I told them to stop sending me anything. But we used to get. She would get one. I would get the other one. Now there's like 3 or 4 you can get. I just told them to stop mine, and she gets the right one.
So they make a 9mm plus P Shield.
Yeah, the barrel is 3.1 inches. It's pretty small.
Do they make it in like 40 and 45 caliber like the other Shields?
It's not saying it. It's just 9mm only.
Okay, I would hope not. My father's got a 40 Shield, and I know how snappy that is, and that's with me loading the ammo for it on a smaller scale than factory. Because, my father's 70 years old, and, he wants to hit what he's aiming at and not have to worry about it. I'm not saying they're, subsonic 40s or anything like that, but I shot it with factory ammo. I was like, wow, there's nothing to hold on to. This thing's pretty snappy.
Yeah, the new Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, they call it. There's a few videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm going to have to look into that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a double stack. And my main carry gun is a Shield and 40 Smith & Wesson.
I got one. I carry a 45. I like that 45 better.
Yeah, the 45's nice.
Nothing to do with caliber. It shoots so much better.
It shoots better, yeah.
I think I've got a bit of a quirk in my Shield 40 because I got a bunch of 40s and they shoot fine, This one is not. It's accurate enough, but it's not great. My 45 shield, I can shoot that thing lights out. Out 50, 60 yards, I can hit tennis balls, no problem.
Yeah, I got a full size M&P 40, and I love that.
I'd be hard pressed to hit a volleyball at 50 yards with my 40 shield. Honest,
Same problem my dad's having.
But it's got to be that gun. It's not. It's my particular gun. It's not them in general, because I've shot a few other ones that were more accurate than mine.
Yeah, my dad gets mad at me because we go out shooting, because we can go off his back porch where he lives and shoot a little bit, nothing stupid. And he'll be sitting there shooting at the target, and he's low and left. I'm like, Dad, it's all about your finger position.
If he's a right-hander, that's what he's doing. Yep.
He was like, well, see if you can do better with it. And I shot a smiley face on a paper plate at about 30 yards. He goes, I hate you.
Yeah, Georgia boy's got the Shield 9, and he can pop.
Sorry.
Easy, Chico.
Sorry.
And he can hit a milk jug right in the center from 50 yards. So
yeah. The 40 and a Shield platform, like with factory ammo, it's a little too snappy unless you get the extended magazine, because that gives you actually something to hold on to. You're only grabbing it with two fingers, and then you got your trigger finger. And it just gets off target real easy.
Y'all are good night, Jeremy. Have a happy Easter, buddy. My point is I'm intrigued by this because it's a double stack and it's going to fit your hand better. My problem with the Shield is the grip is narrow, but the width of the pistol is narrow, and it's kind of elongated this way, and my hands are.
You try a sleeve? I got a sleeve on both of mine.
Mine's got a
block the Hogue condom.
Mine's got some grip tape on it, but
well, the Hogue thing has got palm swells, so it makes it wider.
Right.
It might make it better for you.
Well, I think this new Shield with a double stack magazine, the grip's got to be bigger around it, and that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, that's Dad's problem. The thing's just so small because he just wants it to throw in his pocket. He doesn't leave his house that often. I mean, he's 70 years old.
Yeah.
But if he's got a carry permit and all that stuff, if he wants to go, I've got him a nice little pocket holster for it, and he just wants to be able to throw it in his pocket. And I'm afraid if you put one of those, what'd you call it, the Hogden condom, Hogue condom,
Hogue grips. It's a Hogue. It's a gun condom.
Right? Yeah.
They call it a sleeve, I think. But it goes.
I don't know where the Hodgdon come from, but if he puts a Hogue condom on there, it might stick to the inside of his pocket where he can't draw it.
Yeah, they are a little tacky.
Right.
They're like a pebble finish.
But yeah, he'll take my 40, the full size M&P, and he'll wear that paper plate out all day long. Loves it. I constantly have to take triple the ammo that I was planning on shooting because I know he's going to use it.
Yeah. It's not me with the way it shoots. It's definitely the gun.
Good night.
In his case, it's him. He's got his finger in there, as deep as he can get it, so he can hang on to it. I'm like, come on, man. So I made him a bunch of lower power 40 rounds. It's mainly he lives in bear country, and he said, I need something other than this 12 gauge. Like I walk out of the house with a 12 gauge, and if that doesn't work, I need something to allow me to get back in the house and close the door. So I made him some lower power 40 rounds, and those things, we shot a couple of milk jugs out of his house. They're still pretty dang doozily, if that's a word. Doozily? That's not a word. I just made one up. Congratulations.
Yeah, you're a wildcatter of words.
I'm the wildcat of words.
There you go.
But
hey,
yeah,
Mark.
Yep.
What are you talking about, buddy? We can't wait to get back. But yeah, OCD. I don't see how it can be that thin and be a double stack. And I'm not disputing with you or anything like that. I was just hoping that it'd be a little beefier grip, a little bit bigger around.
I want to say I saw pictures of it, and it's a funky looking magazine. It's a single stack for maybe the top 2 bullets, and then it widens up. I think it's for that gun. I just saw it the other day. I don't know where I saw it though. I don't think it's in that magazine. Maybe it's in this magazine.
So it's
Maybe
like
it's
a half
Ruger.
staggered magazine. Is that what it is?
Oh,
It might
wow.
be this Ruger. Let me see if I find a picture here. I just saw it the other day. I don't know what gun it was for.
OCD said it's even lighter than the original. Yeah, I got to go check. Stack and a half, Georgia boy said.
Yeah, that's a better way to say it. I'm sorry, I'm being a wordsmith right now.
Oh, it's the Ruger. It's the Ruger mag I'm thinking of.
The LCPs or whatever.
This, you see the shape
Oh,
of
yeah.
it?
Okay.
It's kind of funky looking. That's the
Yeah.
Ruger though, not the Smith.
It's working. Yeah.
But I think they're 13 or 14 rounds. So
Yeah.
Looks like an old timey Coke bottle.
yeah. Yeah, some of
I
those
remember
old
those.
had heavy pulls.
I remember those, Josh.
Mm.
He said he had a LC9 double action only. I had the TCP in 380 for about 2 weeks. So OCD said that the shield mag is very close to that Ruger one you showed.
Okay.
So apparently he has been to the gun store and checked one out.
Yeah, I need to go do a little shopping, but I still think I'm going for the wheel gun and a 357.
Oh, I saw a really nice rifle the other day. Chiappa 92, Winchester 92 copy. 16-inch barrel, octagon, case colored frame. Very nice wood. Oh, it was really nice. $1,200, 357 mag.
Whoa!
It was super.
Go
Super.
back tomorrow and see if it's there. I'll PayPal you some money.
This shop has a lot of stock. He's got a lot. You would be amazed.
That's good.
Because I know as soon as I buy a 357 pistol, my next thing is going to be a 357 like Model 92 or something like that.
He had a 66 Golden Boy there in 38 special, and he had a 73. He had a couple 73s in 357 mag.
Wow.
Those 73s are awesome, man, but they are so expensive nowadays.
I want to say those were $14.99.
Yeah, Morocco,
They were
Japan-made Winchesters.
no. These were. What's the other Italian company there? It's not Uberti. Yeah, I think it was Uberti.
They got Uberti and Pedasali.
He had probably about 6 or 8 pistol caliber levers. He had some Henrys. He had some Marlins. He had a couple of Winchesters, the Morocco Winchesters, and he had that Chiappa. And I tell you, I don't need another one. I think I've got a couple of them now, and I was really tempted just to lay the credit card down because it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I know it wasn't.
It
wasn't 3 weeks after I got my Ruger Red Hawk in 44 Magnum. Next thing you know, I've got that beautiful stainless steel Henry in 44 Magnum. So I know it's going to be the same thing with a 357.
Yeah. Well, I believe this guy would ship them out to your FFL, and I'll certainly
Right, yeah.
contact if you want to.
Yeah, see if you can do that for me.
Yeah.
I can run right up to Cherokee Gun. It's only about a 15, maybe a 20-minute drive with traffic, and they do it for free. So
after the chat, I'll give you the information.
10-4 sounds great.
So OCD says he traded his LC9 for a Taurus 66 357. What are y'all got any thoughts on?
Nothing against his choice, but I don't know who got the better deal. Some of them have been good, some of them have been not so good. Kind of hit or miss with Taurus revolvers.
Yeah, and the bad thing about that is they basically have they can make a Smith. You know, they've got the paperwork, they've got the copyrights, they've got the machinery. So I don't blame you, OCD.
Oh, they're cutting up in the side chat, and it's very funny. Waiting for a Ruger Marlin in 44 with a threaded 16-inch barrel. And then James Pollard goes, a Ruglin?
Yeah.
I think Marger sounds better.
Marger.
Yeah. That sounds better, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's no longer water.
I want y'all to think about this. Think of all of the machinery and copyrights that Taurus has fell into over the years by being down there in Brazil, and they fell into that. Almost all of Smith and Wesson's revolver designs. The 92 is the exact same thing as the Beretta. And the fact that they're not making guns as quality as Beretta and Smith and Wesson is on them.
Right.
They have no excuse. It's just a matter of not having personnel that can do it is obvious. You know, not having quality gunsmiths, and then cheaping out on the materials.
Well, you also have to look at the fact that what they're working with is the 50-plus-year-old machinery that Smith and Wesson, Remington, and everybody was using, that they decided to upgrade. Taurus bought it at a discount, but didn't upgrade it to, new specs. And you're right, a good qualified gunsmith that knows what he's doing would be able to look at that and go, well, that's not right. But then again, it also reflects in the price. You don't see a $2,500 Taurus revolver,
Well,
I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. I just haven't. But you can get the 454 for what, $550?
Yeah, but they have those patents and they have that equipment, and they can upgrade it when they need to, if they were of a mind to do so. Was my point.
Well, and Taurus has come a long way. They used to be way down on the list. Now they've made some changes and stuff like that. Now it's a 50-50 shot on whether you're going to get a quality firearm. That little snub-nosed 44 Magnum that I've got, that's a great shooter. It is a great shooter. Jamie, you shot it. Chico, I think you have too. The little bitty 2-inch model. That's a good shooting little pistol. But then again, I've shot Tauruses that I'd have better luck throwing it at somebody. Same with Glocks, same with everything else. Every now and then you get a bad one, but whatever.
Yeah,
but they're using
some of their
leftover
guns.
That's what they're doing.
Some of their guns, and the only Taurus I own is my suppressor host, and it's a TX-22, and that's a little bad gun. I did all the research on it. There was some issues with, not mine, with some guys when the earlier models, but Taurus fixed it or something. It's like it stopped. But these guys was torture testing them, put 10,000 rounds through them probably without cleaning them or something like that. And, but anything that comes out, any kind of machinery, equipment, anything mechanical, it's got a failure point. And when it comes out for the first time, you're going to find out about the bugs from the first set of people that start buying them. That's why I wait until when something's new, I never buy first generation nothing. That's just me. That's
probably good rules to live by, no matter what brand it is.
It don't matter if it's a vehicle or a toaster oven. I don't buy the first ones that come out.
And see, that's why we never have had any experience with Wildcat cartridges, because that's the way we all are. We just,
because I like my face, and see, that's what it is. I'm not knocking nobody, but the people who first started those, the first person who did this 9mm when it was a Wildcat, I'm sure he's missing some eyelashes and stuff like that, constantly.
No, man, that's a military round. That 9mm was all scientific.
Well, but it was still engineered from the ground up. They might not have cut something down to make it, but it was engineered from the ground up. So somebody had to cast the first stone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody had to be the first one to shoot it. And yeah, whether they still have all their fingers or all of their eyelashes, that's a different story.
And granted, and I'm joking, but we know, like, so if you say like military, we know they have probably testing protocols where they're behind safety glass, or you know what I mean. I'm just joking about certain stuff, but think about the home machinist who probably, I would assume I shouldn't do that, but I would think that someone in their garage or who had some kind of great mechanical ability rather, probably came up with a few of those designs in some of those. It's a lot of Wildcats. I've looked it up. It's a lot of different oddball stuff that I've never heard of.
Yeah, bored out the chamber and the throat on a perfectly functional 30-06 and made a 4570 or whatever.
Probably had a string tied to the trigger.
Yeah, whole bunch of funny stuff.
Yeah, so but a caveat to that is I respect that, because that is like invention, ingenuity. That's ballsy.
That is innovation, and that's why we have everything that we have today.
That is
all
correct.
the way from a 22 long rifle to a howitzer,
Yeah, look at Elmer Keith. He blew up a lot of times, and he still got his face and fingers.
Right.
Can you imagine the first guy to ever put a mortar down a tube?
Oh man, he was.
I bet he was sitting there reading the manual and went, "Who come up with this shit?"
Yeah, those videos. I've seen the videos. It was one that was fairly popular recently on Instagram, and they did it in slow motion where the guy was like, and it just, and then you see the concussion and everything.
Yeah, you see the dirt and the sand.
Oh man!
Oh, they're powerful. Don't get me wrong. There's an explosion inside that tube, which is why I'm sure the first guy that ever dropped one looked at that.
You see one in slow motion, you be like, damn.
He looked at the CO. Really? You want me to do that? Why don't you come up here and do that? Oh yeah, mortars are something different. It's amazing that you can take a mortar round and drop it down a tube and it goes off and it goes where you aim it and all that stuff. You can also take a mortar round and smack it on the ground and sling it at something, and in a couple of minutes that sucker's going off. Or a couple of seconds, rather.
And you know what? Since we were talking about Taurus, it is my understanding that some of their earlier stuff was of great quality, or substantial quality compared to what they're putting out now.
Yeah, they've had their ups and downs. Yeah,
right. And I'm talking about on the broadband of not just a specific pistol, but a specific firearm, but some of their earlier stuff. Because I know people rave about, not people rave, but some people have good reviews or good good things to say about some of their earlier stuff, and I'm saying like the 90s and the 80s, and probably even I don't even know when they were when they first came into production.
Mm.
But
thoughts of an old soldier's on track. Someone say howitzer, pull string, big gun go boom. Yeah, but there's a reason it's still got a string.
Don't just go boom. It rocks the ground.
Yep.
Pastor, somehow that last John right there just loses me a little.
It doesn't lose me. I've got a couple of them, several of them, and if you take care of them the way that you're supposed to, which they say you don't even have to take care of them, but no, if you overlube them, they will not go boom. They'll go click.
Yeah.
Which
So
is the crazy Scotsman looks at you and go, Glock, dependable.
Perfection.
Yeah, perfection. That's it. Yeah, perfection.
So according to dang. Dead Horse said that Luger invented 9mm, so
Right.
that's kind of ain't that Swiss? That's Switzerland, right?
The Luger pistols?
Wasn't it
It's
Austria?
German.
They're German, I thought.
Thought it was Austria or Germany. Yeah.
I've seen some awful nice Swiss made Lugers over the years in collections.
Maybe so.
Germany. Dead Horse said 1915. So 9mm's been around for a minute. So I'm Ocean. I'm interested in seeing some of these 375 videos. So
I want to see that beautiful stock attached to a barrel and a chamber, and I want to see it put together. That's going to be one fantastic looking firearm, man. That sucker's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Every time I get a email, I always look to see if it's them. The faster they ship it out, the quicker the project, begins.
So you're waiting on a barrel, Ocean?
Yeah, it takes about 10 to 14 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't know why, but I look to other places, they all do the same thing. They've got a long wait time.
Well, nowadays everything's got long wait times. We've got a truck in the shop right now that needs an instrument cluster. It's a brand new truck. They build them every day, which means there's a box of instrument clusters somewhere in some factory that they're putting in the brand new trucks that they build every day. Took me 3.5 weeks to get one.
Wow.
And I had to escalate it all the way up to Lehigh, Coca, which doesn't even have anything to do with PACCAR motors to get the dang instrument cluster.
Okay, so let's see. Dead Horse and Uncle Jim are talking about 9mm. Josh 243 says George Luger invented the Luger pistol and the 9x19 cartridge. And Pollard says that he bets Julio says this 375 kicks. Probably it's going to kick a little better.
That's why I put a limb saver.
Yeah. Good night, Lakeview. Have a great Easter weekend, buddy. So, yeah. Google M198 howitzer. That's what thoughts of an old soldier shot.
I just sent him back. Don't stand behind it. You'll wake up on Tuesday wondering why you got 6 broke ribs.
Well, there you go. So we're down to about 8 minutes or 10 minutes. I forgot we started just a little bit. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're let's start going through the room, guys, and start getting ready for Easter Sunday. So Chico, you want to go through there one more time? And
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. Let's go to the bottom and scroll to the top so to refresh. So the very first one at 9:04 is Georgia Boy 44, then Lakeview Outdoors, Kyle Just Some Guy, Fuzz T Fork 8, Big Al, Preacher's Day Off, Lakeview Outdoors, Willie Bullet Man 243 Outdoors, Dead Horse, Big Al, Chris 338, Ocean 374 is on the panel with us. Jeremy Gunslinger, OCD Outdoors, Idaho Rogers, USMC, Uncle Jim, Preacher's Day Off. We got James Pollard, Lakeview Outdoors. Let me use mother. 243 Outdoors, Preacher's Day Off, Georgia Boy 44, Big Al. Some of y'all comment more than others. That's why your name gets called twice or three times. Andy 79Z28, Lever Guns 50. I didn't see you step in. Hey, brother, thanks for joining us. Brian Brofford, Broke Loader. Earlier, Broke Loader said, he said Chico is going to get a 420 Colt on his pistol because I was talking about the muffler and the silencer. So some of y'all may get that. Thoughts of an Old Soldier, Reloader 762. Echo and the Bunnyman. MCK was out there. It probably still is too. Jerry 1911. I didn't see you creep in either. Floyd Hicks. I know AR Gun 1776 was out there. K24. Rawless was out there. Probably still is. Let's see. I'm still scrolling. Daniel God is my judge. It's lurking. Russ is on the panel with us and in the side chat. Harold Farmer. It's a few more, y'all. Hold on. I'm still scrolling. Kyle Luss is in the side chat also. James Pollard, Georgia Boy 44, Uncle Jim, Echo and the Bunny Man, and I'm sorry, Echo and the Bunny Man. And that was the last one. And if I 6 Shooter Texan, I just see that. So if I miss you, don't charge it to my head or heart. Just it happens. So thanks for being here, everyone. Only thing I've got coming up, which is a lot, I need to do some load development testing on my preferred pistol powder now, which is sports pistol. And the reason why I need to do that because I've ran out of Acme bullets, which is my preferred projectile for this for my load charge. And I have my second competition match this weekend. So that's what I'm be doing tomorrow. I'll be load development testing before my competition match, and I'll hopefully try to get some casting done this week because it's supposed to warm up. It's supposed to be a nice weekend. So everyone, thanks for joining in the side chat and on the panel. A lot of good discussions and questions and just messing around. So I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna ask Kyle, what do you got coming up this weekend, brother, or soon?
The only thing I'm doing this weekend, I'm firing up the hot pot, and I'm gonna be casting some bullets. And I'm sure on Easter Sunday, I don't have any major plans. That's going to be powder coating and sizing day, and doing a little shotgun reloading, maybe some 44 mags and 45, something like that, just to pass a little bit of time. But I'm definitely casting some bullets. I've got a bunch of lead smelted up, and I'm going to burn through it and have me some projectiles ready to go. That's pretty much all I got planned this weekend. Don't have any trips to the gun range coming up. I'm just filling up containers is what I'm doing.
what you got, Russ?
I'm just going to spend some time with the family this weekend. Maybe grill something tomorrow afternoon. And, hope work slows down so I can catch up in the gun room. And instead of working 10 and 12-hour days. So, but I'm glad to be back this week. It's so fun to watch that side chat. I'm still looking at some of this stuff, just laughing. Y'all, yeah. I hope to see y'all again next Friday night. Y'all have a good Easter weekend, and remember why it's Easter.
Amen, brother. And I will add, you look and sound great tonight. So
Appreciate it.
whatever you got going on different, it's working really good on the live stream.
All right.
After our initial hiccups early on before we got live, so
Yeah.
but it's working good. CW, thank you for joining us, brother. You got any plans?
I got some hindquarters to smoke tomorrow.
There you go.
I got two small little piggy hindquarters, so I'll smoke them up. And I don't think I'll get much done. I might get a little more resizing and gas checking done on that casting I did on Wednesday, but that's probably about it. No range, no nothing. I'm supposed to cast up some sinkers for the upcoming fishing season, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Only got tomorrow. It won't be Sunday, obviously. So that's about it, really. Slow weekend around here. Just want to thank everybody. Thanks for having me, and God bless everyone, and Good Friday and Easter, and like we keep saying, what it's all about. So that's it. I'm out.
Thank you for being here, my brother. Ocean, thank you for coming, buddy. I know you had a busy night, and I know you were out with your family for a Good Friday dinner. So thank you for joining us and telling us a little bit about the 375 Raptor. We'll all be looking for more videos on that.
All right, there's a lot more videos coming on that project. Thank you for the invite.
Well, you just let me know anytime you want on here, buddy. You know you're welcome here as much as any of the rest of us. So thank you. And, I'm looking forward to a good time at church this weekend. I'm probably going to be staying for the whole service for the first time since COVID this weekend because I got some issues that need to work out. So I'm planning on being there for that. Got all next week off. Me and the wife's going to a cabin up in the mountains with another couple of our friends of ours. So Sam and Susan, y'all pray for Sam and Susan. They got put up with me and wife all week next week. So I do hope to make a video or two. We'll be up there Tuesday, going up Tuesday, coming back Friday. So maybe I'll get to make a video or two. I'm way behind on videos. So we want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. We're always about what you guys are talking about in the side chat. We thank y'all for coming. Y'all are the main reason we do what we do. Remember what Easter's all about. We have a Savior, and we're thankful. So we hope God blesses y'all all real good, and Lord willing, we will see y'all again next Friday night at 8 o'clock. Check us out on Georgia Shooting Connection at Instagram.com. Email us at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com. Most of us are on, what's the name of it, Chico? Discord. Check out Uncle Jim tomorrow night. Julio's been hosting a lot of that, and we appreciate him doing that. So right now, you can go over to Duke Frazier Productions. He's live talking about his holster talk show. Josh, it's good to see you out there, buddy. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Definitely.
So, and we'll check y'all out next Friday night at 8 o'clock.
Night, everyone. Thanks
Good
for
night.
joining.
Good night, everyone. God bless.